Everyone, Mike Lowe here. Thanks for tuning in. Just give me a second here. I'm going to get a few things set up here with Twitter and whatnot. Okay, well, hello again, everyone. Mike Lowe here, SeamSportsGaming.com, bringing you episode 4 of our Tigers franchise. We are really just continuing on here into the early parts of April. You can see the Tigers sit at 5-4, trailing by a game and a half the division-leading Kansas City Royals. It's been a bit of a surprising division so far. Again, it's very, very early, just 9-10 games in for these teams here. So again, we're really not seeing anything that we need to sweat too much about. I did want to go over a few things. First, again, Mike Lowe sliders are available. Check Operation Sports Forum. That's going to be the easiest way to find them. Version 1.0 is up in the vault. That can at least get you started because the 1.1 only has a few different clicks. I've had a ton of requests this week of like, hey, where's 1.1? I can't find it in the vault. I don't upload every single one to the vault. Simply because you still have to go to the Operation Sports thread anyway to adjust a few different settings that I cannot save in those slider exports. So when I upload to the vault, it's only taking in just the sliders themselves. It's not taking in things like difficulty, fielding settings, throwing settings, all of those different things. And again, a lot of those things are variable. You don't have to follow what I'm doing to a T. That's just what I'm using. It is what I recommend. But I know many others are doing some different things with that. So fear not, you don't need to worry too much about that. Before I do anything else, I want to make sure I turn off the commentary here. And whoops, where am I going? And so we're going to go with this here. Did that save? I feel like that didn't save. It did. Okay. So the slider adjustments here that I'm making for today. So again, this is 2.1. I'm sorry, 1.1 with 3 little tweaks today. I actually put foul frequency back to where I had it in 1.0, up 2 clicks to 2. Reason being is I'm going to lower human timing. I am not seeing enough foul balls. I'm also not seeing as many swings and misses, or at least strikeouts, for when I'm batting that I'd like to see. And ultimately what I'm trying to do is shrink that PCI a little bit while batting. And that's going to impact a few different things, obviously, but most importantly, just making contact will be the biggest thing. If I still have trouble with these two settings here, another option is we could go to human contact. Third option is just going up to going up to legend hitting, the highest difficulty, and adjusting from there. So that's almost what I did for this stream, but I'm going to try this first and just see. The last one that I tweaked, a really small one, I put pickoffs from 8 to 9. And the reason I did that is I wanted to just make sure, like, while yes, we have base runner steal ability raised, if you take an extra step, it's risky. And that's what I want to see. This year's game, they've toned down a little bit the throwovers, which is useful. But again, I think in order to kind of have some realistic steal numbers, and also guys who are fast but maybe aren't great base stealers can still swipe a bag now and then, this was a fair trade-off. So having that at 6 and having that at 9 should help with that. The other thing I wanted to talk about before today's stream is, I see a lot of people posting in the threads about, hey, what should I do with this? I'm not getting enough of this, or I'm not seeing enough of this, or I'm getting too much of this other thing. Those sort of things happen, right? There's tons of variables at play. I cannot diagnose everything for every single person. I can barely diagnose it all just in my games, right? Reason being is there are a ton of moving parts with this. First off, as we just saw, there are a handful of different sliders, right? That's at the surface level. But underneath all of that, we have different skill levels in each player, right? We have people who are using different settings. We have people with just different baseball knowledge, right? And just kind of concept of proper ways to take an at bat. Where's your mindset and that sort of thing. Same thing with pitching, right? So there's all these different variables. Aside from that, there's also these variables that are inside of the game itself, such as your coaching staff, right? So if you look at your team's coaching staff, each coach slash manager slash, for some reason, farm director who's in a baseball uniform, these people are all going to impact your player ratings, essentially, right? So like Abe Garvey here, who's apparently the Tigers' fake farm director, he is providing +3 plate vision for my team. So if I have teams who are saying, "Oh, I'm striking out all the time. How are you not striking out as much?" This could be the simplest reason right here. I have a +3 plate vision. Now there could be other plate vision people. I don't see any plate vision, but there's a couple negative plate disciplines. So again, those are going to impact my ability to draw walks. We have a +1 for power, +2 for contact, a few more for contact. So we're going to be able to make some decent contact. And again, maybe that's part of where I'm adjusting a couple of those sliders I showed you at the top of the stream that maybe you don't need to because you have different coaches. So point being is there's a lot of variables. I really can't get into the business of diagnosing things for everyone. And I've been saying that for years. At the very top of that thread, it talks a lot about how you really need to do two things. One, don't ever get slideritis. There's no need to do that. You don't need to be restarting franchises and things like that. Just go through with it. I adjust sliders mid-game sometimes. I don't care. If I think something needs to be changed, I'll change it. But I always try to back that up with actual data. I don't just go off of feel. I mean, there's some things you can go off of feel, but most of these things you can actually look at. The beauty of baseball, right, is everything's measurable just about. So especially with hitting and pitching. And so you can look at these statistics and you can make very, very, just educated changes, right? Educated decisions that are going to make your franchise more realistic. So, and that's what that top of that thread will talk about is having a little bit of ownership over that for yourself. I know it's a little bit scary at times and people kind of want the approval. But I mean, you're the one who has to decide if it's going to work or not. And just being honest with yourself, you might be someone who wants to win 119 games a year. Maybe these sliders are too tough for what you're trying to do, or maybe you're someone who wants to absolutely struggle. You're the Miami Marlins and you want to win, 58 games or something crazy. Okay, that's totally fine. I mean, that's kind of what I'm aiming for, and that's where I'm a little bit surprised my Tigers so far have been 5-4. But this is a better Tiger team than the ones in real life, simply because of two simple acquisitions I made before the season started, and that's really just beefing up the back end of our bullpen. It's made a huge difference. Xavier Cedeno has been really, really good for us. He's pitched in 6 games, about an inning per. He has not given up a run yet, right? So he's been super, super strong for us as a kind of a lefty setup guy. And Aroydis Vizcaino, same thing. He's pitched in 5 games. He's got 2 saves, 8 strikeouts in just 4 innings. And again, pitching really, really well. So these are, we're just in this very small sample size. We have 4 2/3 innings. And we have about 11 innings, right, that these guys have eaten up in a total of, 11 innings over 9 games. So, I mean, that's more than that. That's like over 10%. That's over 10%. Just those 2 pitchers that we added, 10% value so far here. If you think about 11 innings over 9 games played, right? So that can be the difference this early of how you can make a 5-4 team out of a, maybe a 3-6 team otherwise, right? So it's those little things. So anyway, we're going to be jumping into gameplay pretty quickly today. Just to give you a quick recap of where things are since the last time we simulated or we streamed. So this is Tuesday's game. Monday's game. So we saw this game, I think. Did we see this game? Let's see. That was Tuesdays, Mondays. Yeah, it must have been this one. That's my bad. I'm not happy that the doorbell's ringing. And so with this game here, yeah. So this, I think this is the one that we streamed, but I honestly don't remember now. But that was a loss, obviously. But we've won 2 in a row since then. So 6-1 win. Oops. Box score. So again, looking here, just Tigers had a really nice game. Struck out 8, 3 walks for Cleveland, just 1 double. And you can see the top of the order doing a really nice job there. 8, 9 hits there with the first 4 batters. Just 5 strikeouts though. So again, that's something I'm looking to increase a little bit as I'm hitting. It's going to get the AI pitchers in the deeper counts, things like that. So again, we were able to take advantage of a rough start for the Cleveland starter. Spencer Turnbull pitched pretty well. And again, there's that bullpen I talked about pitching well for the Tigers. The game since this was the game I played last night. Really good game. This is a comeback. Oh gosh, I keep going to the wrong thing. This was a comeback win. You can see we were winning 1-0 in the first, and then they scored a run and then hit a 3-run homer in the second. It was up 4-1, and we started just clawing our way back and just had a really nice game. A game in which we had a handful of subs playing. So again, you can see they hit a double. They did Cleveland. They had a home run. 10 hits. I mean, they actually, so if you actually calculate, you can do this even if you don't trust me, but if you look at those red numbers there and you calculate that out, they were at exactly 300 batting average ball in play. So they had a 300 with just the 1 home run. And then we were actually a little bit lower. I think I was like 267-ish, something like that. 8 hits, 31 at bats, but only 5 strikeouts. So we put the ball in play a little bit more than they did. But we had 3 doubles and a home run. So again, teams are hitting home runs. I'm not seeing the issues that a lot of you are seeing. I'm seeing it on both sides. Sacrifice fly there for Christian Stewart. Dan Plesac's son, I believe, was pitching for them. And again, Daniel Norris continues to play well. That 3-run home run was unearned. So again, hearing people saying, I'm not seeing any errors. There's the 2 I mentioned in the Operation Sports thread. There were 2 in the game I played last night. So the errors are definitely happening. And again, there's that strong bullpen coming through for us and just getting the job done. So again, Tigers overachieving so far, but we are set to jump into gameplay. Let me just check comments, see if there's any questions or anything that people wanted me to discuss here. I did, Jim. Jim asked, did I download the new patch today? Yes, patch 1.06, I believe it's out, but there's no changes to gameplay. It was strictly bugs. I think the only thing you're ever going to see is, it sounds like they have it if you have it set to auto fielding and auto throwing, which I do. Or I'm sorry, auto base running, which I don't, but auto pitching, which I do. You will not see the base runner windows anymore. So we'll have to check that out. Let's see. Yeah, Adrian, I agree. Adrian says, I think some people treat franchise like Diamond Dynasty and they swing on every pitch. If you do that, your stats will be out of line. Exactly. And I've mentioned that again in the Operation Sports slider thread. I said, I mean, no disrespect when I say things like this, but like it sounds like you're playing games of slow pitch softball. If you're just, if you're throwing everything over the plate, that's what the AI is going to be looking for. And this is when they hit and run too much and things like this. So the AI is smart enough to pick up on your tendencies. It's a really cool feature that most sport games utilize today. So you have to be really careful not to get, and it's hard. It takes practice because we all follow patterns. I mean, think about your daily routine of life. You wake up, you brush your teeth, you shower, whatever it is. We like routine. We like patterns. And it applies to baseball, right, when you're pitching. So it's tricky to break those trends. And again, a lot of the stuff I'm referring to here refers to real baseball as well. So if you're a young player or if you're a coach, something like that, same kind of things, right? These are things that you can be talking to your players about or your teammates. Yeah, Doug just reiterated what I was saying there. He's got 15 game stats that he's going to be sharing, I'm assuming, on the Operation Sports thread. So awesome, Doug. Thanks for doing that. That's super helpful. I think we're all kind of getting into those points of the season where we're going to be able to start sharing a lot more information there. So anyway, let's jump in. Today's matchup is the overpriced and just bad Jordan Zimmerman for the Tigers, who's not even fully rested. But he will be going up against Jacob Junis. And Junis, again, neither of these pitchers are very good, so we'll see. But they both pitched okay so far this season. Again, very, very early. As we look at the bullpen, Nick Ramirez did a nice job. Finally came through with some important outs. He's still not striking anybody out, but he was able to come in and get a really tough out the last game. It was one of those games about, where you're almost like your hands are sweating. Nick Ramirez, I had to put him in to face Lindor, who's runners on base, and he got out of it, got him to pop up. So very, very cool moment, very stressful. Ramirez will be limited availability. Alex Wilson will not be available. Cedeno did not pitch last game, but still limited availability. I'm guessing he has pretty bad durability and not the greatest. So as he's getting older, can't always pitch all the time. So anyway, let's see here. If nobody really needs a day off. I gave some people days off yesterday. I had Demerit in the lineup. I had Harold Castro at 2 doubles, filling in at second base. He is not a very good defender, and we saw it a couple times with his bad range there. But he played okay. I think today we will get Jake Rogers in the game. But other than that, so we're facing a right-hander. Yeah, we'll let Jake Rogers bat 9th today. That is fine. Okie dokie. We are set to go. TJ Crone had a big home run last night. 2-run shot. Cabrera had a beautiful double up the line. We had a lot of walks. Tigers did in the game last night. Yeah, Doug, human timing at 1 for this game. Fouls at 2. Let's see how it goes. Yeah, Adrian, you'll get games like that. I mean, that's crazy, right? 11 walks Adrian said he got in a game. As long as that's not the norm, that stuff can happen for sure. By the way, I've noticed on my streams when I click them back or something, or I'll check something, if the audio is bad or anything, let me know. I might have to get a better microphone or something. That's why I've turned off the commentary here. So just let me know if there's any kind of issue. And I will do my best to rectify that. But no commentary today. We're just going to play and just chat. No in-game commentary, that is. I'll do my best. I used to broadcast some games in college, even in high school. I did a little broadcasting when I was a student.
Leading off tonight for Detroit, the center fielder, Victor.
Actually used to work with the Tigers play-by-play announcer, Matt Shepard. He used to do Eastern Michigan football games, and I had worked, I used to do the little halftime updates and stuff in the studio, so a little shout out. The only person who could, Mike Lowe's not my real name, but the only person who could actually say my real last name first try. He's the only person I think I've ever met. So shout out to Matt Shepard there at Fox Sports Detroit. Alright, so Jacob Junis, looking at his repertoire here, just a few breaking pitches, nothing crazy. Again, he's very hittable. First pitch of the game, I take it a lot, not every time. If it's right down the middle, if it's a meatball, I'll swing. But I like to just watch a pitcher's delivery. And at the same time, don't get too hung up on a pitcher's delivery. Think about, these side armors and these submariners people put in Diamond Dynasty to try and throw off your timing. Think about pitchers like this. Think about them as pitching machines. If you've gone to a batting cage and you're standing there and the machine's doing its little thing and you see the ball kind of rotating in the little machine and you know it's about to come out, you don't watch the machine. Don't worry about it. Just watch where the ball releases. So when I take a first pitch, when the new pitcher's in or anything like that, or if I'm having trouble picking up on the ball, that's where I stop and reset. And I will say, okay, where's the ball being released from? That's all that matters. I don't care what his legs are doing. I don't care what his glove and head are doing. It doesn't matter. Where does he release the ball? Because every pitcher, especially in a video game, but even in real life, they typically are releasing the ball from the same spot. That's when your thinking starts to happen, right? And you have a split half millisecond or whatever it is to react or not react, or to react or not react.
0-1, no strike.
First place Royals.
First pitch, 7:07.
Night game. Might be the first night game of the year.
Ball.
Slower fastballs are they're gonna dive out of the zone a little quicker.
Oh, that's inside.
3-0. Four pitch walk, I'll take it. I'm well on my way to 11 walks like Adrian had.
Batting second, the third baseman, Gamer Candelario.
Nope, that's it.
That's funny, Matt. That happens. Matt saying he was dominating for a few games, and then just when he thought it was too easy, got rocked. Gave up 4 home runs. Ooh, 6 balls. So in this instance, right, just taking pitches at this point, especially with a good disciplined player like Candelario. If there was a runner in scoring position, I would let him swing if he got something. That's 7 straight balls. But now with the runner on first, the risk of a double play is there, and I don't want to bail out a pitcher here. 2-3-0 counts. Oh, you know what I didn't do though to start this game? See, here's a perfect example, right? I'm not freaked out. I forgot. Oh, jeez, what am I doing? It's weird. It skips over that. I forgot to lower this. But again, we're what, 7 pitches in. He can have a little bump. That's fine. Wow, look at that. I don't know if I've ever seen that. 8 straight pitches, 2 walks.
Batting third,
Time for a mound visit.
Miguel Cabrera.
Cabrera swinging a hotter bat now. Had a walk, maybe 2. Had a double last game. 5-game hitting streak. Hit the wall a couple times. He hasn't hit 20-something home runs in a while. You guys would be surprised if you look at his player card.
Oh, that's off the plate.
Ooh, 9 straight balls.
Ball 2.
10 straight balls. Wow.
No strike.
I will let him swing here to get the strike. It's right down the middle. Ah, took a bad swing at it. But I like the size of that PCI. It's still bigger than I thought it would be. With timing at 1. See some hot and cold players there. But that's how it goes. Early season baseball. Just 2 small sample sizes. There's all the proof in you right there that you need to give yourself a little more time. Just looking at your batting averages in the beginning. Breaking ball hitter. He's got a lot of breaking balls. Oh gosh, that would have been a good pitch, but a little bit low. I'm looking a little low here. I don't want to hit into a double play. I'd rather fly out. Of course, I'm trying to hit a gap in the outfield. Too much under it there. Probably could have tagged, but not worth the risk with 2 out.
That is it. The first baseman, DJ Lowe.
Nice numbers for Crone so far. Oh, yep, out of that nicely. Yeah, Adrian, I like that, the walk per 9 rating. It really matters. This game's really cleaned up a lot. This year's definitely the best version. Just 1 start, but he went 7 innings, only 1 strikeout, 1 walk. Zimmerman does not walk a lot of people in real life. He's got great control. That's the one thing that even today he still possesses.
Leading up for the Royals, the shortstop, number 27.
A lot of speed here, obviously.
Nope.
Ooh,
That's
look
inside.
at that. Almost with a fly ball there, one out.
Batting second.
Some more hot and cold. They're a good team so far, just one loss.
Ball, that's out.
Batting third, the center fielder, Whit Merrifield.
Two quick outs, neither very dangerous at all. And again, you might have some people see it like there's two quick outs. Like the sliders aren't hard enough, but there's two batters. You have to have bigger sample sizes. So again, we'll look at the end of this stream about whether or not what the batting average, ball in play, all those things look like, right? So pitchers are good when they first come in. I mean, first innings are usually they can do pretty well. Obviously, it's when they start going through that rotation a couple times or the lineup a couple times that they start to struggle.
Out. Oh, and 1.
Good contact hitter here. So 3 flyouts. It's a 6-pitch inning for Jordan Zimmerman. Let's take it.
Leading off for the Tigers, the right fielder,
Yeah, at least 20 games.
Maybe.
Just waited a little bit too long on that. And notice that's good, right? I squared that up. But that's where that should be, dead center field. If Powers at default, that might be a home run. I mean, come on, I barely even swung at that.
Good throw.
But 1 pitch, 1 out.
Ball 1. Too high. Ball.
There we go. Going a little hole. Again, timing at 1. I got in between the shift.
Batting 8, the left fielder, number 14. One out.
Well, that's down. Ball. Count 3-0.
Just hung up there.
Batting ninth, the catcher, number 34, Jake Rogers.
Yeah, Rose would be a better team for sure.
At the ball.
Might take a strike here just to get his pitch count up.
That's ball 2.
Due for a hit.
Count 3-1. Ball 4. Take the base.
Not a walk so far.
Now batting, the center fielder, Victor Reyes.
Ball. Down.
Umpire's squeezing a little bit too. Line drop. Ooh, look at that. Go, 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 where'd he go? Threw it to the wrong base. I had an out at second. So apparently the players don't talk to each other that well when they do the show. It's a Gold Glover, but again, the Glovers don't make every play. Also 2 outs. Getting a gap. He's gonna catch it. That's so close. Well, I've had no problem making contacts though. I led the American League or Majors in home runs.
The right fielder,
Yeah, home run champ, there you go. First pitch hitter, I've hit fastballs. Good time just to throw a slider as a ball. Oops, didn't do that though. I guess if you're gonna hit somebody though, right? Hit the guy who hit 54 home runs. A lot of first pitch hitters. That's breaking pitches. Oof, bad pitch.
0-1's the count. Got a ball, 1 strike. That's the ball.
Seems to hit. We're still seeing the runner windows though, right? I thought they were supposed to take those away, but maybe when you're pitching you can still see them. I don't know what's the difference.
Batting sixth, the catcher, Salvador Perez.
Gotta be careful here.
Yes,
Easy.
that ball went out.
First baseman, go get that ball. Oh my gosh. Guess he wouldn't got it. Well, that is a hit.
The first baseman, number
It
66.
was ugly, but it's a hit. A lot of power here, but could strike this guy out. Wait, are they missing a base run? Oh, somebody scored on that play. I see.
Count, 0-2. The count is 1-2.
Not a good chase pitch there. Better play. Trade that for the run. I don't like trading that for a run, but do the tag play at home, so I gotta take it.
The third baseman, Michael Lowe.
Good animation. The second baseman plays that perfectly. The body angling. Just like that. Kansas City's got 2 runs with not a single home run.
Ball 1, no strike.
I'm actually pitching into his hot zones here because I'd rather save his cold zone pitching. Again, I try to vary it up, but nobody on base. I'd rather save some of that. Boy, really, natural strikes though. Wow, swinging 3-0. I'll take it. Doug, I do use auto fielding. Yep. Base stealing steps, I just instruct steal. I don't do any manual stealing.
Leading off for Detroit.
So yeah, I don't fiddle with any of that. I try to pick my spots. I try to pick when I think they're going to throw a baking pitch. See how slow his fastball. His fastball almost dips like a sinker. It's so slow. See that? Oh goodness, that was the sinker. I thought that was a changeup. Swing and miss though. It's good. Oh, just a little late. That would have been a nice single.
The batter, number 8, second base.
I keep over moving my cursor to the right. You can see it's almost like I'm swinging at sliders, but it's really just I'm over moving it. Got it underneath that. I think that's 2 pitches for him. He's produced 2 outs.
Now batting, the first baseman, TJ Lowe.
Ball, that's that play.
Hit good. Good range.
No, he's out.
Awakened to Reality says, I don't understand your manager hook and starter stamina. So, looks like Adrian's explaining it there in the chat. Yeah, it's more to do with the simulated games. When you're playing a game, just keep them at default. But it's when you're simulating, or during a game when the AI's gone to their bullpen, you can put those both to 8. The starter one obviously doesn't matter anymore at that point. But it'll just be ready for when you go to sim. Yeah, it should be hard to get complete games, Jim. They're very rare in baseball.
Nope.
There were less than 50 in all of baseball last year, complete games, for the entire season. It's less than 2 per team per season. Far less.
One ball, 2 strikes. I got to count 2 and 2.
3 curveballs in a row. See how this goes. Look at that guy.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't see pitchers tired after 70.
Number 27.
I mean, if they have really bad endurance, but... Jim, it just depends on the pitcher. I can promise you that's not every pitcher. They probably have bad endurance, you're using too much effectiveness every time, they're throwing more pitches than you realize, or a combination of those things. But, I mean, before that, I mean, George Zimmerman pitched 7 for me last game. Jordan Zimmerman.
Nope, that's inside.
Nice hit. A lot of speed now.
The batter, number 1, second baseman.
Yeah, Adrian's right. I mean, most pitchers,
Bullpen.
I mean, the whole like quality start stats it's becoming useless. It doesn't really mean they're doing anything. So we're gonna have some problems here. The guy on base for sure.
No, he's safe.
We'll be quick pitching here. He's just too fast not to. I'll take that. No strikeouts yet for Zimmerman. He only has 1 strikeout in 2 starts. Doesn't miss many bats. But we're in the top half of the league in total strikeouts, so. A really good hitter. Really want to make sure this runner does not get the second RBI chance here. Another good hitter on deck, so I can't just walk him.
Ball, that's inside.
This is not deep here.
He's safe.
It's okay, you can throw over even if they don't have an extended lead. It will help, as far as I can tell, it will help prevent them from running a little bit. You can also do it 2 times in a row. I mean, the more you do it, really. I also think it may impact their success rate, but I don't know. Again, that's total just a guess. But truthfully, that last part is probably not the case. Let's see if we can get him to not steal here. Oops. And pitch. Oof. Lucky.
Leading off for Detroit, the right fielder, number 4, Cameron Maybin. Hey!
Nope. Ball 1. Look out. 1-1.
Ah. I thought that was a slider dropping in.
Up next for the
Oh, the lower human timing has not bothered me one bit.
Nico.
This feels good. I mean, I've still hit some balls really well. And you're still seeing some routine outs, just like that. That's just a bad swing. Ooh, especially trying to hit that third base. A nice outside pitch like that, but swung too early.
Now batting, number 14.
Gosh, only 4 pitches. Oof, hammered that, but probably get foul. Nope. That was way too quick and handed. They're good pitches to hit, though. And we've already walked, what, 4 times this game? Not that I'm not being selective, just getting really good pitches and we're just hitting them out.
The right fielder, Jorge Soler.
0-1's the count. One and one. That's ball 2. Count for 2 and 1. Oh, that's it. That's out. Ball 4.
I'm fine with that. I'm pitching on him a little bit.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Hunter Danger.
Oof. Wow. Hunter Dozier. That's an interesting note on scouting, Adrian. I'll have to check that out. Epic music. I mean, that was an epic home run. Just smash that.
The catcher, number 13.
Well, this is more like the Jordan Zimmerman Tiger fans know. Unfortunately. Seems like a nice guy and everything. Boy, he's just not been very good. Not missing any bats. He's on our trade block again. Not expecting anyone to trade for him as he makes, what, 22 million or something crazy. Surprisingly, no one's banging down the door to acquire Jordan Zimmerman. At this point, just want him to... He's not pitching terrible. He's not getting in trouble too much. Just getting up home runs ain't gonna help you.
One and one. Ball, that's out. Hey.
The third baseman, number 7, Michael.
So again, it's been efficient, just 51 pitches. Ooh, that's that one over. That should be paid for it a little bit.
The left fielder, number 4, Alex Jordan.
So we're just digging for the bag. That's funny. That's just a towering home run. He's saying go to simsportsgaming.com. Sign up for a league. Join a league.
Leading off for the Tigers, the catcher, Jake Rogers.
Outside, that's the ball. Ball two. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Ooh. That's only 1 strikeout though.
Now batting, the center fielder, Victor Reyes.
Ball, inside. Nope. 2 balls, no strikes. Ball 3.
Just out in front line. Nice catch.
Now batting, first baseman, Gamer Candelario.
Nope, that's the ball. Hey.
Same score as yesterday's game. It's gone 4-1 pretty early. Came back and won though, 6-4. Made it too easy on him. He's walked a ton of guys, but everything else we're putting into play really early. Ooh. That's close. I just tried to foul it off. Yeah, the ballpark should look really nice with PS5. I just hope the rest of the game plays okay. We'll see. This game comes out late enough in the year that hopefully they'll get a little bit of time with it. I know like PlayStation 5, you know, the dev systems are sent out a lot earlier than usual, it sounds like. So hopefully they're able to get that stuff going. Oh, interesting. So, Adrian, are you saying if a player has a like daytime boost that they have a negative impact on a night game, or that this is like they're break even at that point? Boy, slaps a hit and pitch.
The batter, number 1, second baseman, Nicky Lopez.
He's safe.
That's interesting, Adrian. If you haven't checked the chat, Adrian sharing some interesting info on quirks.
Ball, that's inside.
If they don't run the first 3 pitches, they won't run. It's one of the biggest flaws of this game. And really, they should be running an account like this. Well, what's it matter, right? Man, I changed the foul frequency again just because I'm not hitting enough foul balls. But more importantly, I am getting enough swings and misses, but I'm not striking out enough. Like, it's been just too easy to put the ball in play. So I think by increasing fouls, that should help, and then to help shrink the PCI a little bit, even though it hasn't seemed to make much of an impact, I did lower human timing. These guys can't strike anybody out. It's crazy. There's only 1 strikeout this whole game for either team.
He's out.
I'm not sure what, probably balanced resolution. This is the PlayStation 4 Pro. That might be one of the reasons it looks a little bit different. can't walk him with Soler on deck.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike. Nope, no strike, ball 2. Stay! Down to 3-1. Ball 4.
A walk. 3 walks already.
The right fielder, number 12. Jorge. Soler.
Very least to come down and visit. 68 pitches is all. This will be his last inning, regardless, but I'm gonna let him keep going. Good observation. Ooh, that's in. Oh, so now you can see there's no, they got rid of the base windows there. So when the ball's in play,
Next to the Royals, the designated hitter.
What's this fine? It doesn't really matter if you don't auto. Well, he's not striking anybody out. We need some outs. I gotta make a change here. Plus Farmer does have a stop report, so put it in play here. Yep, just pretty typical Jordan Zimmerman outing.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Tigers, number 45, Buck Farmer.
I wanted that one out of the zone. Okay. Don't want to be around the zone too much. Might get a lucky out here. Nope, not going to get to it. Ooh, that's not where I want to do it. Yikes, lucky there. Let's go outside here.
Nope, outside.
Not a good flyer.
3-2.
Boy, stressful at that here. See the slider again. Oh, got him at chase. Don't have to throw first when there's runners on base. There's a runner at first at least. So it's good to have that animation, right? Hey, Buck Farmer is doing alright for me. Again, using the quirks to our advantage a little bit here. You know, if he gets out of this and we come back to tie it, I mean, This will be the moment that matters the most. We'll see. Oh, that's a little throw real fast one. Oh, come on. Yeah, I think so. Good time for a change up here. Oh boy. So the runners are going to move. One thing to remind yourself, don't get distracted when the runners run. Oh, that's going to score at least two. This is why you always got to look at stuff with a bigger sample size, right? I've been pitching well. Not today, though. Just bad today. Now, so let's get Nova up, save our guys some innings here. There we go. Get Buck Farmer out of the game. He did okay. I'd rather use him in a closer game, so. Hey, first place Royals. Maybe they're for real. 6-1.
Leading off for the Tigers, the designated hitter, Miguel Cabrera.
Not a good swing at all there.
The batter, number 8, second baseman.
Okay, let's have a better at bat here. Jonathan Scope. There we go. There we go. Goodness. Cut through an outfielder here. Get that roller balls off.
The first baseman, TJ Lowe.
A 3-run home run makes this a close game again. But stay within yourself. Good at bats. Nothing crazy.
Oh, that pitch is out. That's ball two. That's ball two.
Oh, dang. That was an absolute meatball.
Nope.
Wow. I got lucky there. I thought that was a strike. Could have hit. Wasn't really sure I was going to be able to get the bat on it.
That's low. Hey! That's a good one.
I'm getting this pitch count caught back up now.
Helpful.
Oh no.
Out.
That's not good. I was just trying to flare that ball over the first baseman or just foul it on. It was too close to take.
Good play.
A crazy play by a left-handed first baseman. No, that's quickly done. A nice ace with this one though.
Ball in. It's out. 1 and 1.
Where's the timing window having an impact? I would have at least fouled that off and put that in play before. Oh, get there. Okay. No. What can you do? Just 3 hits. She's telling you all the details of the slider set are available at operationsports.com. She says follow Mike Lowe on Twitter, MikeLowe47. Hey, if you're interested in being a writer, by the way, if anyone's interested in contributing game reviews or just top 10 lists, that sort of thing, find me on Discord or Twitter. We're looking to add some more staff people to SSG. We're looking for writers, if you know anyone interested. Let's go with Ivan Nova here. Oops.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Now
Pitched okay. As crummy as his ratings are. His ratings are horrible. Look at this. Oh, they've gone up. 49 hit per 9. Right. They were in the 30s.
Hey! Ball 1. 1 and 1. Ball. Next up, 2 and 2. Got it.
Now batting.
What's up, Diesel? It's going okay. I mean, Tigers aren't playing that great. We've had a ton of walks. But KC has been hitting the ball pretty well. First place, they've only lost once so far. How's your stream going?
Ball, that's off.
You have a Diamondbacks one, right? It's a fun team. We have not struck out a single batter this game.
Now batting.
This happened the last time Zimmerman was pitching. It's really weird. And again, I'm still in the top half of the league for strikeouts. This is just a weird anomaly. Just not pitching well today. Good speed, good play. That's ridiculous play right there. Jamer had a bad error in my last game. We had just a tailor-made ground ball to him for a double play. Completely needed it. Threw it into the outfield. It was one of those moments where, even in the game, I was like, no. Yeah, that's a good play. Made up for it there. Even though this game has not mattered so far. Hey, so people asking, right? What do you mean by all the 5 and 8 on the slider for stamina? This one, again, you don't have to do this now. I just do it so I don't forget when I go back to simulate the minor league games before I advance the calendar. This one, though, when they go to the bullpen, just kick that up. That's all we're talking about. Now, in case we make this closer, okay, we got some good players coming up. I'll probably actually go with Joe Jimenez here. If we get it close. Do it down, should be. Off the wall. The first pitch hitter, so again, it's weird, we've had a lot of first pitch swings, we've made good contact. That was just roped. Yeah, no doubt. And again, the credit goes to the game itself is really, really good this year. These sliders are just a very small part, and hopefully making it better for people. This is definitely the best version, though. Just wish they do a little bit more with franchise. I mean, the franchise is fine; it's usable. I mean, the carryover saves is so awesome. Like, I wouldn't do this without carryover saves. There's no way I'd sit here and play 162 games. So I'm hoping we get to see more, and I hope that PlayStation 5 doesn't break anything.
The count is 1 and 2.
Adrian, but that's pretty realistic. Most pitchers don't play how they do in Diamond Dynasty, where like 70% of their pitches are breaking balls. Most pitchers throw, I mean, probably 70% or so fastballs. I mean, and again, that's just off the top of my head. I don't know the exact number, but it's far more than what you see in video games, especially Diamond Dynasty. Nope, not worth the risk. Get back.
No, he's in there. Stay.
4-run game. You don't need to be too aggressive on the bases. Look at the makeup here for Jesse Hahn, yeah? There's no quirks. He's not going to strike a lot of guys out. A lot of breaking pitches. Well, that's what I was trying to do. Just hit to the right, but I was hoping to get it in the outfield.
Up next for the Tigers, the center fielder, Victor Reyes.
Yeah, shaking off the catcher, isn't wrong with that. That happens all the time. Even the AI will do that, unless you can do that. No, that's right. Another bad swing. What am I doing?
That's count 0 and 2. One ball, 2 strikes.
Oh my gosh, that froze me. I'm lucky that was a ball. Oh, frozen again. Good pitch. That's a big strikeout for them.
The third baseman.
So batting average of 167, but an on base of 342. So I have him in the 2-hole right now. He is able to get on base still. A couple home runs too. Oh my god, he's taking terrible swings there. Just bad at bats today. At least this inning. Oh god, it's really bad. Just thinking too much. I should say, I mean, just trying to get that runner in. Ended up kind of overthinking those 2 at bats. Just wanted to put the ball in play, but you still have to have a good pitch. Well, that'll help the swing and miss stats. Those are some bad at bats.
Leading up for the Royals, the second baseman, Nicky Lopez.
And pitch went out.
Now batting, the center fielder, Whit Merrifield.
Oh, gosh.
Time out. That ball got right there.
The right fielder, number 12, Jorge Torres.
Got him. Alright, take it. Good job, Nova.
Ball one, no strike. Oh, that's off the plate. Ball two.
Let's throw a little change up here. Ooh.
Count full.
Basic.
Up next to the Royals, the designated hitter, Hunter.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Dozier.
Matt Harvey and Jesse Hyman's same high school. That's cool. What high school is that? There's that bomb of a home run the Royals hit earlier. Just a double shot. My dog has rejoined me. She's now sitting next to me. After freaking out at the doorbell earlier. Luckily my wife was home to take care of whatever that was. Who rings a doorbell like during like a pandemic? Better have been a delivery or something, right?
2 balls, no strike.
Get the hell out of here. We don't want you here.
Hey! Count to 2 and 1.
That's the pitch he hit the home run on. 2-seamer, but this much better result. Oh well, Connecticut, okay. That's cool. Ivan Nova, keep going here.
Leading off for Detroit.
Have our bullpen
The
rest.
designated hitter, Miguel Cabrera.
Oh, that's kicked out.
I do just need to sit Jimenez though. Just got under that. Just not our day today.
The batter, number 8, second baseman, Jonathan.
Those are some ugly numbers. But again, happens, sample size, right? If you think every game is 7 strikeouts and 2 walks, go look at some real life box scores. You can always find crazier stuff in real baseball than in this game. Always.
0-1's the count. I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
If anybody plays front office football, by the way, we have a league with some openings in sportsgaming.com. Awesome game. We're in the off season. We play in real time, so we started in 2015. We are in the off season in 2020. Drafts next month. Nice pitch. Come on, Scope.
Now back.
Let's get my dog in the nose. Sorry about that. What am I swinging at? I've been bad swings today.
Exactly. One ball, 2 strikes, count.
Get more swings and misses though, which is good.
Ball.
Oh gosh. Wow.
Got it.
Bad swings, we had chances. We had base loaded, nobody out, and we scored 1 run.
Leading up for the Royals, the catcher, Salvador Perez.
They should have a pretty high batting average ball in play today. They've had a lot of hits. Nothing too crazy. Just a home run. That's the only extra base hit.
Number 66.
Couple singles though.
He's going.
Should be
0-1.
easy out. Yep.
He's out.
Hit and run up by 4. It's not inconceivable, but yikes, that's an easy out.
The third baseman, number 7, Michael Bronco.
One out.
Well, if I'm open, been a bright spot today. He's pitched pretty well. Wow. Take that. Swing a terrible pitch. But he's going to be safe. So there's an error. Candelario 2 games in a row with an error.
The left fielder, number 4, Alex Gordon.
Ball 1. Ball 1, no strike.
They've had some bad swings today, too. Alright, last chance. Only 4 hits for the Tigers, 10 for the Royals, though. This loss would drop the Tigers to 5-5.
Leading off for Detroit, the right fielder, number 4, Cameron Maybin.
Be a save opportunity here for Jesse Hahn. A 3-inning save, possibly 4 innings. Former starting pitcher, though, so not inconceivable.
Hey!
Ball 2.
We'll look at some post-game stats after this inning here. Assuming the Tigers don't come back. I'm a realist. At least a double. Boy, where was that when the bases were loaded last night, right?
Now batting, the shortstop, Nico Goodrow.
Ball, that's out. Two balls, 2 strikes.
There's a risk it.
He's out.
Now batting, number 14.
A manufactured run, but can't be trading out for that.
Now batting, catcher, Jake Rogers. Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Royals, number 58, Chuck Lowe.
Nope, ball 1. Count 1-0.
He's hitting for the Tigers, number 30, Harold Castro.
1-1.
He had 2 doubles yesterday, and there's another double.
Now batting, the center fielder, Victor
Take just in case, right?
Reyes.
Alright, let's look at some post-game stats here. Tigers fall for 5 and 5. Royals 7 and 1. 2.5 game lead now over Detroit. Let's look at some batting average and ball and play numbers here.
6 runs, 10 hits, no errors. They left 6 men on base. For the Tigers, 3 runs, 6
So
hits,
looking at the
1
short
error.
stats
They
here,
left
so
7 men on base.
just 6 hits.
Time of the ball game, 3 hours,
We didn't hit
10
any home runs,
minutes.
right? Yeah, no home runs, that's gonna lower it.
Thank you for joining us here tonight. And we remind you to please
Actually, that'll raise it,
drive
my
home
bad.
safely.
At bats, 32. Strikeouts, 6, that won't lower it. And no sacrifice flies. So our batting average ball and play was 231. As you'd imagine, a little low. Just especially, just had some bad at bats, didn't take good swings today. Did not face a very dangerous pitcher in Junis, but got the job done. 5 walks and 32 at bats. That's nice to see. A lot of doubles. 4 doubles today. 4 of our 6 hits were doubles. Another error for Candelario. So bad couple days here. Zimmerman not pitching well at all. Just 1 strikeout from the Tigers' entire pitching staff. Really just weird day pitching. Zimmerman did not pitch well, and now his ERA is back to where you'd expect it to be, lower 6s. Let's check out the Royals. They should have a pretty nice batting average ball and play. Should be right around 300 or so. So let's see, 10 hits, 32, nope, not 32 home runs. 1 home run, 32 at bats. Only 1 strikeout, that's going to bring it down. Sacrifice fly. Okay, so get this, 2 games in a row. 2 different teams, Cleveland and now Kansas City. 2 games in a row, batting average ball and play exactly 300, .300. Perfect. Again, doesn't need to be that every game, but we're certainly not seeing anything crazy. This is a good game just to kind of see. They had a lot of cheap, kind of just scrubby singles, but again, if you're worried about that, you can always pick up that solid hit slider. 1 notch if you want. It's a pretty impactful slider though, so be careful. Junis again wild, walked the first, 3 batters in the game or something like that. Got out of it. 5 walks. Let's look at pitching analysis. They haven't had problems with this in years. Strikes and first pitch right around just below 55 for the Royals, 56 for the Tigers, 53. Again, those are fine. Here's what I'm looking at. Let's do the Royals first. Their foul balls, perfect 13. Net swings. Only 11, and that would explain why we didn't strike guys out. So they put the bat on the ball today. There's no problem with it. The Tigers, 26. That's good. I had some bad swings, so you figure that's realistically would have been closer to 21 or so. That's good. How about our foul balls? Still low. So again, foul ball, that's the number I'm having trouble with right now, for me at least. I don't know if anyone else is. But the 9%, I want that to be closer to 15. I've never had problems with it until like this last week. It's just been a little bit low, and it could just be the Tigers just aren't very good. That's certainly possible. So, well, again, subscribe to this YouTube channel if you haven't. That will give you pings. My dog, speaking of pinging, is pawing my arm, telling me that she needs some attention. But subscribe to the YouTube channel. Follow me on Twitter, MikeLowe47. If you're looking to get involved in some different leagues, especially text-based leagues or Madden leagues, things like that, check out simsportsgaming.com for that information. Also, if you're interested in writing, contributing videos, anything, things like that, we are really just open to involving people who would be interested in sharing those things. It's just a lot of fun. We have a nice Discord set up where people are sharing Dynasty reports and things like that. So anyway, check us out. Thanks for watching, everyone. I will be streaming next on Sunday, 7 p.m. Eastern. that game most likely will be, so let's see, I will play, what is today, Wednesday? So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, it'll probably be this series here at Angel, so we'll be seeing Mike Trout in the next stream for episode 5. So thanks for watching that. Let me just check, see if there's any last questions. But otherwise, that's going to pretty much do it here. Yeah, thank you, everyone. So again, see y'all next time.